Yeah. All right, today we are answering the question, how far ahead should you be planning to have children? To make sure that everything is in check, all your things are together when it comes to fertility. And hey, not everybody's meant to have children or wants to have children. So does fertility even matter? Today we've got guest expert Selin Bilgin.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming on. And we were just down in the shop, and Anya, one of our new staff, was just glowing and radiating and sending you lots of love.
Thank you, Anya.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Yeah.
Totally. And just one of those things that just we were chatting before we kind of hopped on here, that validation that we all like to seek in terms of not personal self-validation, in that regard, but the validation of like, hey, I'm on the right track. Just having somebody that, as Anya had expressed, she's like, okay, I've kind of been into this, I'm on this path, to hear from other women that they're on that right track.
That they're doing the right thing, keep going, or here are some places to shift and adjust. And wow, those small differences make all the difference, right? So let's get into it.
All right, cool. Okay, so topic of this conversation, whether you want to have children or not, how much should one be focusing on, their fertility health? What's involved in that? And then kind of how soon, if you are going to have children, how soon should one be making sure it's all on track?
Yes, so I get asked frequently from young women who are wanting to plan to have kids, or even those who don't even know yet, but they're asking me, should I start focusing on fertility, or even saying I don't need to focus on fertility because I don't want children? Well, really, in our reproductive years, we all ought to focus on fertility because it really is an indicator of our overall wellness. And really the best way to see how really our fertility is going is through the health of our period. And as you know, watching, we've all been told that PMS is a female curse and a little bit normal to have some pain, a little bit normal to have, breast tenderness or mood swings or acne. And I'm really here to shift the conversation. I know I'm not the only one in this space to really share that because it is just so important. And we have normalized these things, and we really want to avoid any bit of intense PMS symptoms and fatigue, diarrhea the first day of your period, mood swings, and really normalizing our hunger in the luteal phase as well. So these are some small pieces of conversations that I really want to tie in together and really put on loudspeaker.
Yeah, cool. It reminds me of the kind of connection between aphrodisiacs and,
Totally.
kind of sexual drive and
Yep.
desire,
Yep.
being so intimately connected and related to health, right?
Yes.
If you have that healthy sex
Yes.
drive, that's an indication of just health, vigor. It's not all about, let's go out and procreate,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's the thing. So when we have, really the key hormone that we need to have in check that many of us women in the modern day society, including myself, can be lower in progesterone. And we need progesterone not only to ovulate and to procreate. Progesterone actually attracts sperm. It helps them swim essentially, but also for our own health. So progesterone is an anti-anxiety hormone as well. It makes us feel good. And those pregnant women are glowy and full of progesterone, right? But it also impacts our level of skin health, right? Because we're having excess estrogen. It'll typically hang out on the jawline. Progesterone also helps us to sleep at night, especially if you're having trouble. You might notice towards when you are about to get your period. It helps us with weight regulation as well. So, you're talking about a sex drive, you're talking about the quality of how you feel and look on a daily basis, which of course impacts confidence. And so we don't need to wait until we're about to have children to focus on fertility. It's really, if you're in your reproductive years, fertility should be at top of mind for these reasons.
Yeah, and an indicator, right, of one's
Exactly.
overall health. I was
Exactly.
like, this kind of bringing this reference of if only we could just talk to our bodies, right? If only body had a language that it was speaking. Well, it does, right? It's the language of signs and symptoms, and we get these all the time. You just mentioned that one about like, okay, here's a clue, right? What does that mean? Everything about our bodies speaking to us all the time. It's about learning that language. And what I love about yourself is really diving into the language of the body, in particular to, you know, women's health and those phases, those cycles. And it's so empowering to be able to understand that.
You know, I've had some people who are new in my world and are explaining that they have some kind of hormone imbalance. Should they book a call or should they come to a workshop? And I always say, yes, testing is so important. It can give you a lot and very specifics, but your body is speaking to you anyways. Right? And so through the quality of your nails, your skin, your hair, your sleep, your bowel movements, all of these are always indicators. And I want every woman to be able to say, oh, I'm constipated, I have acne on my forehead, I have trouble sleeping, here's what I can do. So we can really become more reliant on ourselves. Community focused as well, of course, but I think it solves a societal challenge in many ways as well, and has us healthier long term.
Yeah. So coming back to, you know, full circle, you know, Anya, I mean, I think that's what she was talking about in terms of validation, right? Okay, you know, this is par for the course. This is like what we experience as women. So cool. Well, I know that she had come to one of your last workshops, and we're going to be offering that one again by request. This is a popular workshop that women walk away glowing. You know, you really have this gift of, just empowering women, bringing out the best, you know, allowing that radiance to shine, not only from just, you know, who you are, example of who you are, but also that information that you provide. So
it's the information I wish that I had when I was 13, 16, 20, 25. You know, it's simple, it's practical, it's sustainable, and it's just, I believe that the more women feel at home in their body, they are aware of what's going on in their body, it ripple effects into families and communities. And you know, if you're a mom watching, and I know a lot of mothers are experiencing a lot of, you know, whether it's irregular cycles, painful cycles, heavy flows, this is especially for you if you're experiencing that, but you get to impact your family in a way of just bleeding by example. And people say, like, what are you doing differently? And you can influence your children. I've seen this time and time again with clients, is you influence the whole health of your family just from who you are. And then that ripple effects into all of the world and society. And gosh, the world needs more confident, healthy women, and men, of course. But you know, it really, women do influence so much.
No, absolutely. All right. So title of the upcoming event is Turn Your Cycle into Your Superpower. Let us know the details.
Yes. So it will be on April 27th. We start at 7 p.m. You're going to have light refreshments. We're going to have a workbook. It's going to be a community of like-hearted women. And most importantly, actions that you can take right after the workshop that you can take to really start to feel and look your best, really regulate your hormones, and spread the knowledge.
Yeah. Amazing. Cool. Well, folks can actually join in person or online. So you don't have to be, you know, based in Calgary or have that night free, because we'll record it as well. So if you can tune in live, awesome. Be here in person, amazing. Regardless, everyone that registers will get the recording plus your workbook. Yes. And it's going to be another great event.
I'm super excited for it. Let us know if you have any questions in the DMs and the comments. And I'm so excited to meet you and see you there.
Okay, right on. Thanks, everybody. Tune in.